first level of pummeling. We're gonna be in our wrestling stance, and we're just gonna bicep pummel. So I have what we call the inside tie-ups. I'm on the biceps. Don't be wrapping around with your thumb. Just be here, curl your fingers around, cup that tricep. He's on the outsides of my triceps, I'm on the biceps. We're kind of like head to head a little bit, just like this. And from here, we're gonna be pushing and pulling and twisting a little bit, right? But the whole time that's happening, we're always gonna be fighting for inside position. So Ethan's gonna want inside position. So we're constantly gonna be doing the pushing and pulling and twisting, all right? But don't be the guy that always gets backed up. Keep your stance, stand your ground, and be moving around. And just practice pushing, pulling, and twisting. You can push and pull and twist this way. You can push and pull and twist this way. All the different ways, okay? Let's be active. Push your partner. Got lots of people, so be conscious of banging into each other. All right, 1, 2, 3. We're gonna watch. We're gonna kind of just stand tall. He's gonna take one hand and he's gonna cup my neck, just like this, okay? So he's gonna get the neck tie. I'm gonna do what we call an arm drag. So this is what we refer to as a short arm drag. If he was posting on my shoulder, see how his arm is long? This would be a long arm drag. If he hucks my head, this here, instead of dragging him with the same side hand and wheeling it, I'm gonna hit a cross grip right to here. So first thing that's gotta happen is I have to defend my neck by keeping it stiff. I'm gonna raise that shoulder up and pinch his hand. I'm gonna cup above his elbow right to here, just like this. I kind of marry it to my shoulder that's up. Then from here, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to turn my body away and pull him across, just like this. My hand is gonna come up and cup the shoulder, and then I'm gonna readjust on the wrist. And I got double palm ups. And I'm just kind of here leaning on him a little bit. This foot right here stays on the outside. It doesn't come on the inside because he could step across, step in there, stay right there, step across, and then just, he can elbow me back, okay? So he cups my neck, here, shoulder up, cross grip. I'm gonna use my shoulder behind his tricep, turn and look away, boom. Hand to the armpit, re-grab the wrist, puff my chest out, and I'm just kind of riding him behind his leg. Okay, hold for 3 seconds, 2 for 2. So he grabs, boom, pop, 1, 2, 3. He grabs the other side here, shoulder, pop, 1, 2, 3. And then back and forth. Keep the pace high. 1, 2, 3. So forget about that move for a minute, okay? Here we got biceps, just like this. We're trying to win the bicep war. He wants to be inside, boom, so do I. So we're doing all that with the push, the pull, and the twist. And I can be turning him this way, pulling him this way, right? Now my next phase is to come up and grab that head. If I grab the head like that, he might take that hand in and pummel in and re-grab me. See this? So this is a pummel now. So it could be at the neck level, or I could push it off again and be at the bicep level. Just do this to demonstrate. Boom. But now you got 2 hands. See, I could be bicep and neck, or here switch. You're constantly pushing off and finding the positions that you like, right? But now here, that's just the hand fight. We also have the posture fight. Pulling and pushing, right? So we're constantly playing. Here, boom, pushing, pull. Oh yeah, that was a good one. Bang. You could also be double head tie, double bicep tie. If he's on my head, I don't like it. Get it off. Either go to the head or push it off. But stay in the fight, stay in your stance. Re-counter. Okay, that's what we're doing. So bicep and neck, nothing else. 1, 2, 3. Between drilling and repping. This was a rep round. He grabs my head, I make it work. 1, 2, 3. He grabs my head, I make it work. 1, 2, 3. We're not pummeling. This is a drill, okay? This is a drill, all right? If you jump straight to drilling without the skill, coordination, you're just doing a bunch of bullshit. okay? And you're never gonna get good, okay? So you gotta think, look at all the other sports that you've seen, played, participated in. Professional baseball players, they show up before the game starts, they take infield, they take batting practice. That is not the game. That is just a basic skill. And that's it, it's a rep. So when we're doing arm drags, he grabs my head, boom. He grabs my head, boom. I do it till I can't mess it up. Does that make sense? Then we add that skill to the drill, and we learn how to find it live under a appointed amount of pressure, okay, and speed. Because then we learn how to find it live, find it live, find it live. Traditionally it would go like this. Grab my neck, boom, that's the move. Do it 10 and 10, then we wrestle. See you guys tomorrow. And nobody gets good. And only the tough guys stay. Well, that sucks, all right? And people have learned how to train better and smarter to where everybody can keep coming back and everybody can get good, okay? Because look at this mat, it's full. So let's pay attention. There's repping and then there's drilling. We're gonna get back to drilling now. So here, drill, bicep pummel, neck pummel. See this? Boom, push off. Here now, start playing the wrists. See now look, what's a wrist pummel? Grab my wrist. See that? That's a wrist pummel. So we could be here like this and I can grab his wrist and he doesn't like that and I don't like that either. And we're just back into the drill of pummeling biceps, wrists, sorry I cheated, wrists, neck, and wrists. Wrist, neck, and bicep. All right? So that's what we're doing. See, I'm holding him. He's got to pummel out of this. Get out of it. There you go. Good. Okay? That's the drill. Everybody back to the drill. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to put it all together. Ethan and I are going to pummel. Bicep pummel, neck pummel, wrist pummel. Anytime he puts his hand on my neck, I can hit the cross grip. And we're going to take turns. So I'm going to go first. So we're just going to get into the pummel. We're going to get into the pummel. I might grab his head. He doesn't do anything yet because it's all about me right now. He goes and grabs my head. Oh, he grabs it. Boom, I hold it. And then I get behind him. 1, 2, 3. Push him off. We go back into pummeling. Oh, I grab his head. Oh, he finds it. Boom. And then he takes my back. Back at it. Now we're pummeling again. It's his turn. Oh, you see, he grabs it. Boom. Back, just like that. We're using the base drill of bicep pummeling, neck pummeling, and wrist pummeling to now add the skill of the short arm drag to get us to a position. This short arm drag is money. Because when I hit this position right here is just the start to get in on him, to be able to do a single leg, foot sweep, take his back. Here, I can be holding this, he can step out with that, step out. See here, boom. We can get all kinds of cool shit happening. But you can't do any of that unless we get good at the drill. Here, oh, there it is, boom, and he takes my back. Oh, picks up the single, see, so much stuff there. But if he just goes for the single, no thanks, not happening. See what I mean? Does anybody have that trouble? We gotta learn how to weasel our way in to get to a position of dominance to where now I have dominant position. He reacts. If he pulls his arm back, okay, cool, I'm gonna just ride him. So much stuff here. But it starts with the skill building and the drilling. So skill building is repping, then the drill. Now we bring the skill into the drill. That's what we're gonna do. So you're gonna pummel 1 for 1, pick who goes first. When somebody snatches your neck, make the move work, take their back, hold for 3 seconds, and then get back to training. All right, everybody got it? 1, 2, 3. Right? So all the stuff that the bottom guy can do, run the checklist again. Everybody say it. Bump in, bump away, wiggle, push the hip. So it's the first 4. Who knows what number 5 is? Because what do you do when you push the hip? What does everybody want to do when they want what? Shrimp. Yes. They're going to cut the knee in. Okay? So, watch the checklist. Here, I'm holding him down. And 2, don't be this person that only does this. Because if you always lock your hands, you're going to lock your hands in the beginning. Or 2, if you settle the position, you'll lock your hands. But once you're done settling the position, get good at like cupping here. See here? I can cup his bicep and pull that. That sucks, doesn't it? Yeah. Or 2, I can take this hand, give him the bird right under his armpit. And when I get under his armpit, I pull that and then drive my face. That's terrible, isn't it? And then I do this, right? These are all really bad things that can be happening to him, okay? And this is just more positional control, the next layer of positional control. So we're here, we'll run the checklist. He bumps into me, I smush him back down. He tries to go that way, I post. Here he starts to wiggle. That hand starts to get to my hip. I do this, I come up, I reset. Now when he side bumps, and see how he's moving his hip out? He wants to get this knee in. Inside knee. Okay. So, inside knee. What we're going to do now, beginners, we're going to use the hand to defend it. Okay? So, my primary position right now is the cross face, or we call lockdown. If I feel it starting to get busy down here, I swing this hand back and I block his hip. And when I block it, I kind of put my hand out. Try to cut your knee in. And now what I'm in is what we call double under. And this is just brutal for him because I can just push with my legs and drive. And 2, I can chop his legs and turn his knees away from me. And if his knees are turned away, it's really hard for him to do anything. Okay? So, watch right here. If I feel that side bump, this hand's gonna swing back. Now if his knee's already in, just grab the foot or the shin. And what I want you to do is straighten it and run to it. See that right there? It's a very simple solution, okay? And then we get back into it. He side bumps, 1, side bump, boom, smush, away, boom, he wiggles, he starts to pluck that hip, I run up, if he comes here, I start to block. And you see I smush him, hold him for a couple seconds, then let him go and come back, and I just reset. And we're constantly just working on how to hold people down, okay? And it's live, and it's got parameters, and he is just being a good pitcher right now. He's giving me all the feeds that I need. Does everybody understand? This is how you get good. All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. We're one move away. Okay, we're 1 move away from doing the complete little series of level 1 of just holding people down. But this is a good start, because we're covering the 5 basics of what's the bottom guy gonna do. The bottom guy's gonna side bump into you, side bump away, wiggle up, push your hip, and try to cut the knee in. Those are the 5 basic things that they're gonna do. It's gonna have more, but if you can just hold people down and make it miserable for them, you're on the right path, okay? Then we get into other stuff. Layer 2 is gonna be arm isolations. What's an arm isolation that you ask? Okay, so watch this. If he pushes my hip, stiff arm pushes my hip, instead of pulling the arm up like this is an arm isolation. You see that? See, because I got the arm isolation. But that's just one arm isolation. He pushes that hip, instead of plucking it up, I push it down and I do that. See, because, I got 2 hands now to start attacking the other hand. And that's gonna be layer 2. So, just for fun, and because I'm here in Kentucky tonight, let's add that one in. So, side bump in, side bump away, wiggle up. When they push the hip, you can either pluck up and isolate it and hug the head, or you can push down. Here, I just push it down and I go boom like that. This is 1 staple. You can double staple too if you want. Okay? And then from here, and then I'm just kind of holding him. He wiggles out, put your arm out. Boom. He tries to push. See here, I block him just like this, and then I come back. He wiggles or side bumps into me. Boom, I smush him, he pushes my hip. Okay. This time I pluck up, and I'm just practicing all these little moves. And This is super functional. And how many people here are a month in? Anybody a month in? Good. You can do this, and you can do it right now. And it's taken me 20 years to figure out how to present it like this. And you guys are getting all the benefits right now, because you're not doing just the top control drill, which is just a static rep. We're going straight live drilling in 30 minutes, because we spent 30 minutes doing stand-up wrestling. Okay? So let's do a couple more sets of this. Top guy, do all the moves, but now you have a staple if you want it. All right? 1, 2, 3.